Aquarians, come out to play, EA. What's going on, Aquas? What is good? If you clicked on that thumbnail, you know where you at. You know where you at, Aquas. You reach readings by Marvelous Madame. I am O Marvelous One. Hello, hello, hello. This is an extended bonus reading, so there will be no normal intro. But I'm going to say hello to you anyway. Ow, what's going on? This is going to be your extended bonus read for the lunar eclipse energy in this full moon and Aquarius. Hey! Some of the most transformative energy you're going to ever experience, my Aquas. Longest lunar eclipse in 120 years. Y'all better get ugly. Only an Aquarian's energy can bring it and make it come back strong. Now, what you talking about now? What we talking about? Because I ain't got time. Okay? This is going to be for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is going to be the love energies that you can be experiencing in this beautiful eclipse. This is going to be uploaded on Sunday, July 29th. These cards have been pre-shuffled. I tapped into some of your energies. On July 28th, Saturday. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Just to let you know, in addition to this beautiful transformative energy that we have that we're calling the lunar eclipse, that's urging us and guiding us to let things go that no longer serve us, which you hear all the time. What's different about it is, well, it's sort of like the tower. It's going to force some things out that don't need to stay, regardless of whether you do the work or not. Now, I tell you all the time, you guys need to get ahead of the tower. You can't get ahead of this. If you haven't been doing the work, there's going to be some profound change. The only way that you can brace yourself is how you deal with it, because you can't control nothing else. You better get ugly. So I say to you, again, the only way, if you have not been doing the work, that you can deal with this, that you could possibly deal with it, is by dealing with it. Okay? It's by dealing with it. But if you even messing with me, if you rocking with my energy, Aquarius, I know you already doing the work. So we're not going to even tap into anything that's lower vibrational that doesn't serve us, because everybody in my tribe do the work. I don't care if it's 15 of you. If you clicked on my videos and you subscribe to my tribe, you do the work, because that's what we practice on this channel. There has been some beautiful things that has come about in your energy. I thank you guys. Just like I was embracing that energy that the Geminis brought forth in their season. This isn't your season. We're smack dab in the middle of Leo season right now. Okay. Or at the top of it. At the top of it. Not in the middle yet. By the time we hit that eclipse in Leo, I think that will classify as the middle of the Leo season. But we're in this Leo energy. Strength. Courage, very, well, I don't want it to sound bad, ego driven. Okay. So your energy here does not surprise me. Okay. Love energy that's going to be surrounding you from 7/27 and the eclipse through 7/31. Energy is fluid, can go up, down, side to side, in between, in and out. Okay. Documentation purposes, I have to put some type of time stamp on it to make sure that we're consistent. But you know this, if it does not take effect now, it could definitely take effect. It could be coming up, okay? No tarot, unless I feel the need to clarify something. This is going to be 6 cards. 3 cards represented by the Romance Angel Oracle card. Represent some of the love energies or the things, the areas of the areas that you are being guided to look at, might be surrounding you, you might be dealing with. And then 3 cards represented by the Soul's Journey Lesson cards, okay, which I call the blockage cards. All right. Clarifying those energies. Clarifying the energies, letting you know what you might want to work on. Okay. Giving you a what lies beneath look at the energy and what is lying beneath, what needs to be brought to the surface, what needs to be handled or handled. Inside joke. Uno momento as oh, see, really? You just gonna fall? As I warm up these vocal cords, please. Aquarius, sun, moon, rising, and Venus, babies. Okay? Could be connecting with someone that has that in their chart. Of course. Let's go ahead and get started. No intro on these EBRs. Right now, as it stands, Aqua, we know that we have Mars, Mercury, Saturn, Neptune, Pluto, and Chiron all retrograde. Okay? In addition to the energy of this eclipse. Full moon in Aquarius. Did you release what no longer serve you? Pen to paper, acknowledging what you need to let go. Or are you just going to let the universe go ahead and shake it and shift it on out? However you do it, as long as you do it, I ain't judging. Ow. As long as you do it. First card that we have here, religious factors. Your love life is being influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Okay. You hear me clicking, you know what I do. I'm cutting on stuff and doing all types of stuff. Roll with me, okay? Rock with me, Aqua. It's time to take back control of your life. You're being urged to free yourself, Aqua. Second card. Makes sense, right? It makes sense. Third and final card that represents the love energy that may be surrounding you. Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Now, unlike the last couple of readings that I've tapped into for Libras and Tauruses, where they had 3 different cards and there was 4 different scenarios. We either tied all 3 of the cards together for a solidified message, or one group of each one of those zodiac signs related to one card. That's how I saw it. Not for you. This is all one message. All one message. Okay? All one. Let's get off the top with the first one. Religious factors. Now, this is another Romance Angel Oracle card that I break down a little bit different. I don't think it really has anything to do with religious factors per se, but if that's what you rock with, take it, please, as it's here. I don't think that's what that means. Let's get right into it. Religious factors. Your love life is being influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Well, I think that it's not necessarily a religious factor type of thing. I think it's just that you guys are going down 2 different paths of spirituality, and your upbringing could play a role in that, as you're realizing that the relationship no longer serves you. Okay? You're looking for a partner who matches you. Period. We don't have to break it down and get into upbringing and spiritual path, Aqua. Period, point blank. This person is not for you. That's how I break this down. You guys are so different that the very thing that you were attracted to with this person is the very thing that makes you want to leave this person. And that is what I am saying to you. Now, whatever that thing is, that person just does not do it. Okay? Address this issue. Be true to yourself during this process. Okay? Make that pro and con list. You better go back and watch, what's the name of that Tyler Perry movie? When they made the pros and cons list. That's what you got to do here. That's what you got to do. You're being guided to Release that person in kind. Okay? Release that person in kind. Understand that opposites do attract sometimes, but sometimes we need to leave opposites alone. There is some type of strong something in your life that makes you two different, like night and day. And those differences are what no longer serves you. And this relationship has run its course, and that's okay. Aqua, this transformative energy from this eclipse is here to let you know that it has affected your love life to the fact that it is so strong. The desire to, next card, free yourself is so strong because of past religious factors, things that you don't see eye to eye on, and codependency. Due to these issues, Spirit is guiding you to free yourself and take back control of your life. Makes complete sense to me. Complete sense. This is your energy, Aquarian. Your energy. Okay? Those differences at one point made you all warm and fuzzy on the inside because of the codependency. I apologize about that. Because of the codependency, before we get into free yourself, we're going to talk about this codependency. This is a very controversial word. You know why? Because if you're not really tapping in and doing the work, you have not gotten any type of spiritual guidance, you refuse to do the work. As far as what are we talking about here? We're talking about finding out what you want. Okay, that's easy, Marvelous. We can do that, right? You're telling me it's easy, Aquarian, right? There is a process, and in order for you to find out what triggers you and what lies beneath, you have to understand how you love and what you need, good, bad, or indifferent. And if you are not tapped into spirit, if you are not connecting with source, if you are not doing the work and working on yourself every day in some shape, form, or fashion, if things that come in process automatically go negative and you don't take the time within that first 30 seconds to convert those negatives to a positive, you are not doing the work. Therefore, codependency is here. The codependency that you are experiencing stems back from the beginning. And if you don't take the time out to start loving on yourself, you're not going to love anybody else. Hello, what did I just get through telling? I think it was Libra or Taurus. You accomplish two things, and I'm sure there are many other things. But the two things that will allow you to be one step closer to your destiny, you have to love yourself. You have to start loving on yourself, Aqua. Two things happen as a result of that. You find out how you love and what you need. You understand what's going on inside of your heart a little bit better. You stop beating yourself up for not understanding. You stop beating yourself up by not fitting someone else's mold. This codependency, and again, I'm going to get into it in a second. The triggers, the trauma from childhood that you need to release, that will come along with the process by loving yourself, will allow you to do two things very simply. Understand what you need and understand how to love back. So teach you how to love yourself so you can attract and manifest the love that you desire. And number two, love that person back correctly. Okay? Correctly. Addictions become a barrier to moving forward toward true emotional intimacy. Okay? This is a no-win situation. You have bent over backwards to please somebody. Why? Well, okay, whatever. That's the way you show love. That's the way you associate. That's what you associate with showing love, so forth and so on. But if you are twisting yourself in knots to please a person whose dependency has lessened his or her capacity for happiness, it's a no-win situation that's going to affect you negatively. And you know what? It has taken a toll on your self-esteem. A deep, rooted, seated toll on your self-esteem. Your self-esteem has taken a hit. Okay? That's what happens. Patterns, thoughts, behaviors. I wouldn't be surprised if the death card came out, but I think we have enough here. I don't think I need to clarify this. Okay? Religious factors come down to differences, period. It could be a religious factor. It could be spiritual path. Differences that have left you in a codependent state because it was toxic to begin with. This is a toxic person. Okay? Spirit is guiding you to take control of your life and free yourself from this codependency and toxic relationship, Aquarius. This has severely impacted your self-esteem. And there's that little lesson again. Healing family issues. I'm surprised that this didn't come out. Healing family issues. This card is a direct indication of something that you have suffered deep down inside of you within your own childhood and your own past that is affecting the way you attract and manifest the people into your life. Okay? As a result, I'm going to let you know you could be connecting with a Libra. You could be connecting with, a Virgo, or have it in your chart. You could be connecting, okay. Okay. Aquarius, Virgo, and Libra. You're either connecting with, you have it in your chart, or that's going to be some of the energy that's surrounding you, which that's not bad. You're already in your element with that Libra. So you're going to be connecting with a fellow air sign. But that Virgo, you could have it in your chart. That's going to help ground you. Okay? That's going to help ground you in this energy, ground those thoughts, ground the thoughts that are in your head and make them reality. Make those ideas turn into manifestations. Take the necessary steps to take what's out of your mind and put it on paper and take the next steps to manifest your happiness. Now let's rock. Imagination is the first card here that is clarifying the religious factor energy. Pause for a second. There's one last point I want to make about this codependency. Addictions numb the heart to pain, and they also diminish the capacity to love. Addictions. What are you addicted to that helps you cope? That's your coping mechanism. And as a result, what has it done? Has it made you sick? Have you gained weight? Now you have a full-blown addiction to numb the pain of something that another person is doing. This is the time to free yourself. The time is here to take control of your life, Aqua. If it resonates, great. If it doesn't, let it skate. I'm tapping into one story here. I may not be able to touch everybody, but this is definitely Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, but this is a message that Spirit needed me to deliver to you. Imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. Absolutely you do. You're in your element when you're in your imagination and you're thinking. Okay? But this is what you have to do, Aqua. You have to get to a point where you stay out of your mind from a negative standpoint. That imagination is one of the things that makes not imaginations in the Pisces type of way. No. Your mental capacity is what makes you great. Your ability to think is what proves and makes you thrive in that element. That's your thing. But if your mind stays negative, you're only going to bring and manifest that energy around you. How can you take back of your life and free yourself if every time you're in your head, you're not thinking about the solutions, you're not thinking about brainstorming positive solutions that can bring you happiness, you're not plotting your outs, you are allowing your codependent ways and your coping mechanisms to propel you to a state where you do things based out of necessity, but you are afraid or feeling guilty. Stop it. Express yourself and allow the imagination to assist you in letting go of any blocks. That's what it's there to do. Everything in life begins with the idea and the imagination. No one is telling you guys to stay out of your head, but listen, you have the thought. For example, the lens that you look at things through and the lens in which an Aquarian approaches life starts mentally. That's okay. That's okay. But what is the opposite of that? Overthinking, thinking too much, thinking negative, and not taking action. You know that. Just like your polar opposite. Let's look at it on the opposite side of the scale. What is one of the pitfalls or downfalls from a person that's just taking action all the time? They don't take the time to think. They leap without looking. You actually look before you leap. You take the time out to plot things out methodically, meticulously. Okay? But you have got to translate those imaginative thoughts into possible solutions out of this toxic situation, whether it be partnered up, booed up, marriage, whatever. Convert those negative thoughts into positive thoughts. Get used to doing the exercise that as soon as your mind processes something negative, you got 30 seconds. You can set your own based on what your habits are. I would say 30 seconds because anything after that is a thought and it's in there. It's hard. Get used to it. You can do it because your lens is mental. You can do it. You're one of the best thinkers of the zodiac. Let's put that mind to a better use. A mind is a terrible thing to waste. Don't waste a beautiful capacity of your mind on things that are negative. The more you think negative, the more you bring negativity around you. Let's rock. Free yourself is the free yourself energy is being clarified by balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Balance. Didn't I say you were connecting with a Libra? I said that, didn't I? I don't have no tarot cards down here either. How did I do that? I said you could be connecting with a Libra, and you could be connecting with a Virgo. You guys had some of the same cards. So that's what lets me know you're tapping into their energy. Or you may have this in your chart. Okay? I'm telling you that. Okay? They had healing family issues. They didn't even have the same card, but this codependency is a direct correlation from healing family issues. And I also told you Virgo. Virgo actually had religious factors, okay? Same thing. It's not religious factors. I'm not picking up for you guys. I'm picking up, it's just that you guys are different. You were brought up different. Your morals, your ethics, things that you deem important, the lens in which you look at your relationships and how to move is different. Let's rock. Because I could talk to you guys all day. You're going to bring, you need to bring a sense of balance with taking back your life. You need to understand that you need to also do what's best for you in addition to the service that you do for people. You need to understand that you need to look at both sides of the coins in a non-judgmental assessment, okay? The people have been placed in your life to teach you something, extract the lesson and move on. Good, bad, or indifferent. Okay? Give both sides of the scenario an objective perspective and get out. Because the bottom line is the same thing. Look at it and balance the need to free yourself and take back control of your life. In layman's terms, do what you have to do to make your soul and yourself happy as well as what you have to do. Fulfill your everyday destiny or your everyday lives. But take the time out to make your soul and yourself happy. Finally, guilt. Guilt is here, and this is a huge thing that Aquarians go through. You're feeling guilty all the time. I release any belief that no longer assists with my soul's growth. What did I just say? No one is perfect. Everyone makes mistakes, but guilt is not always rational. It's not always rational. It's a temporary emotion, but you've held on to it for a long time. Long held guilty feelings for whatever you are feeling like. You are not happy. You need to take back your control, but the blockage and something that keeps pulling you down because you feel guilty. For what? You are a slave to a feeling that you should not be feeling because for the simple fact you deserve it. It serves no purpose other than promoting a self-destructive attitude and low self-esteem. That's what guilt does. Period, point blank. Guilt lowers our self-esteem and promotes self-destruction, which leads back to codependency, which leads back to those childhood traumas, which leads back to history repeating itself, which causes us the codependent behavior, which causes us to overeat, overindulge, and cope with the pain. This is beautiful, Aqua. All of this is exposed, and you've been doing the work because you're ready. This is what your eclipse energy and full moon in Aquarius is bringing to the forefront. And the reason why is so it say good riddance to old rubbish. Beautiful energy, Aqua. Absolutely beautiful. Very inspiring. I love it. Aqua, this has been your reading. I certainly hope it resonated. Please share this with an Aquarius in your life. I hope you guys took the time to release things that no longer serve you. Allow the universe to knock this person, this toxic person, out of your life, okay? Don't feel guilty. I'm going to be offering 15-minute spiritual consultations in the month of August. We could talk about, at a very bare bones level, north and south nodes, what you need to do to get a little bit more in line in your destiny. Crystals, talking about your birth chart a little bit. Only north and south node related. We will talk about your personal planet, so forth and so on, but that's coming. We'll talk about that. How does Bay feel about you coming in the next couple of days? Please go ahead and enjoy the rest of this eclipse. Beautiful energy. I hope it resonated, okay? I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, Aqua. Bye, guys.